like, share, subscribe. It is January the 8th, but we in 2025. It's a nice day out here in Oregon. Sun's out. The rain's gonna come. They out here in Oregon. The rain gonna come. But Happy New Year to everybody. Um, Shouts out to everybody in Lions Den basketball community. Shouts out to Ticket Man, and a shout out to the one who founded LB Lions Den basketball community in 7-8 sports. Salute to him. Salute to all the brothers who I met over the years through Lions Den basketball community. I've been with this community for about, I say 10, say about 12, 13 years. I've been following. I used to be in the comments all the time, and I used to get tired of the nonsense and everything like that. And I end up hopping on and everything like that. And I used to be the quietest one in the room, but I just miss the battles that we used to have on there. We used to talk. We used to talk about life. We used to talk about real people that used to didn't like that. But that's how I ended up meeting my brother LB. I've been following LB for a long time as well because he's one of the beginners. You know what I mean? And he was a brother to me. He really was. He really was a brother. I mean, we used to talk behind the scenes from time to time, check on one another and everything like that. And I haven't heard from him. It felt weird. I was saying to myself, I was like, man, I ain't heard from LB in about like a couple of weeks. And I was like, normally, we reach out. If he don't hit me, message me, he'll message me, like, hey, keep on. But LB stood for business, man. And rest in peace to my brother, man. Shouts out to his prayers and everything to his family and people who really know this man. I knew him. He stood on business, man. It wasn't just basketball. It was politics, life in general. And he was a big time Clemson fan. He used to love the Lakers too, and he was a Laker fan too. I was just telling him, man. I remember when he posted on because I don't be on Facebook. I do got a Facebook account, but I don't post anything or anything like that. Because people always want to be in your business and yada yada yada. But anyway, I remember he was posting on Facebook about how his Clemson went down in the championship, in the conference championship. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, your team's actually going to make it, to the college football tournament because, I forgot who was playing that particular day. They lost. So he was just like, yeah, you know what I mean? But I ain't going to never forget my boy, man. He's a good dude, man. He stood on business, man. He stood on business, man. And breaking down and his political mind was crazy. He stood for right. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. When against politicians, everything. If you wasn't doing right, he was coming. He was coming for you. It's just crazy, man. This is just like I'm still totally like in shock though in a way because we had a bond, man. That was my boy, man. Like LB was a good dude, man. I know time to time brothers argue and everything like that, and then time to time us brothers go at it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I never had an argument really with anybody. I had an argument with a couple people, but they don't follow me. They don't come around here. So, but majority of everybody who I contact and who engage with me, we don't get down like that. We ain't never cuss each other out. we might disagree, but it was never to a standard that people just like people just talking over each other and cussing each other out, and you a bunch of bees and all this pull up and all this other stuff, man. Though, but you know, I dudes that I know and the dudes and the homies that I met came from Lions Den basketball community. I tell people this all the time when I first got on. I was like, I I come on YouTube to get my blackness because there ain't no black people in Oregon. But when I used to come on there, it's just like, oh, it was toxic. You know what I mean? And LB used to tell me when I told him I was about to start my own channel, he gave me a lot of pointers. He said, you know, I already know people ain't gonna like you. As long as you stand on business and continue to give people factual information. You know what I mean? And LB was my boy, and he was funny as hell too, man. LB was funny, man. LB was. I know a lot of dollar dudes didn't like LB, but you know, the jokesters of the crew. I have to say, it has to be shout out to my boy Noya boy, my boy James Hayes. I've been knowing James way before you two. I be trying to tell y'all cats that, man. Like that's my homie for real, for real. Shout out to my boy Noya boy, my boy Trey, Maz, Ron Ton, uh, Greenleaf, uh, my boy Herm. You know, Herm came later on in the scene, but then the ones that I just remember, you know, we used to sit there, just be going at these dudes, man, and everything, man. But LB stood on business, man, and the people that's continue to stand on business, stand on business. Like I'm gonna continue to stay on business. I know I don't come on YouTube much. I've been on 1,045 subscribers for the last 3 years. I know YouTube gonna do what they do. I ain't got no control over hands of that, whatever. I don't look like I don't want no handouts. I don't want nothing. I come on here because I want to. If I don't, I don't. I chill. I chill. You know, and you know, and and shot. And I remember the last conversation. I remember one of the last like real conversations me and LB had. We were just talking about the Lakers. He was like, "Man, bro, like you was just like spot on. Like he was just, and we were just talking and conversing, and then we always end up talking about real stuff though too, just like me and my boy James do. That's how me and Trey get down when we talk. You know, anybody that conversate Herm too. You know, anybody that conversate me behind the scenes, we talking about everything. You know what I'm saying, and just keep motivating each other to be better men. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, LB was a real one. I don't care what nobody say, man. And he he was a real one, man. He really was. Anybody say otherwise, man? I don't got nothing to say to y'all, man. I'm just waiting around to see the homies gonna come through. I'm off today, so I ain't got nothing to do. Shout out to everybody in the chat room too, man. You know, y'all know, man. I don't be in the comments like that, man. You know, people be true. You know, if people was here from the beginning of my channel, man, it was crazy. Just how LB said it was going to be. Said, man, you gonna have people gonna come on there and man, I seen the most on my channel, man. Like for real, dude showing it. Two guys, one dude in a wheelchair, another dude just swinging, and then just showing his. I'm just like showing his natural. I'm just like, what in the world? Pause moment. It's just like I have some serious pause moments on here though too, though, man. Like, but just like I LB said, but I just kept on going through it. There was some nonsense that went on, but hey, some people go, some people go. I'm still moving. I'm always gonna be real. The ones who've always been real with me. If you don't like me or not, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care. But anyway, let's talk about until anybody else come in. We'll talk about how the Lakers got they. I find it very interesting. Um, and no, and this is why I don't come on here and And shout out to my boy Two Raw for TV too. I can't forget about Two Raw, man. I remember Two Raw. It used to be me, Two Raw, and LB and James. We used to just sit there and just conversate, man. And hey man, just bring it out. But just getting back, let's get back to these Lakers though. I don't talk about the NBA because I told y'all what it was going to be. I don't talk about the Lakers no more because I could talk about the Lakers and everybody could say I'm hating. Oh, you're not a true Laker fan and all this. But when I said what I said on the stream, y'all can look it up. It's on Ticket TV when he first signed with the Los Angeles Lakers and just hear what I said. Man, I got killed on YouTube for that. A lot of dudes went against me for that too. I don't care. But you know what I'm saying? But I find it very interesting that I find it very interesting that I get killed, but other people get a pass. It's cool. It's cool in the game. I'm not even tripping, but I just find it funny. But when I said what I said, it was. But anyway, the Lakers are not a good basketball team, y'all. They're just not. And I heard Stephen A. little pitch. Oh yeah, I'm rooting for JJ. It's not his fault. It was Darvin Ham's fault. So now, come on, man, y'all. It's just like the audacity. But what he did say about a dunk, yeah, we supposed to give this dude every time one would dunk. Okay, LeBron plays no defense. He literally stands down. I watched the Lakers game at work yesterday because we was down. It was off and on. I literally watched the whole freaking game, and that's not later like, man. Laker games is not what Laker games used to be when I was growing up. They're not. When the stars used to come out to see the Lakers, it's not. LeBron went there and ruined it, just like I said he was going to do. And he was going to trade everybody, like he said he was going to do. I was wrong about a couple of things. About one, I say about at least two things. I say about two things. But other than that, I used to predict how the Lakers season was going to be. I ain't even do it the last couple of years because it's nonsense. It's totally nonsense. They suck. They can beat bad teams, but when you play against legit teams, you have a very losing record. And that 20 and 15 is very misleading to y'all casual people. That's why this year is just gonna be a different thing. Don't come in here. Nobody, I let them know. No, ain't nobody coming around here telling me what I can talk about, what I say, anything like that. Cause I don't bother nobody. I stay in my own lane. I might shoot a shout out to somebody and whoever's doing the stream. Shout out to Showtime too. Shout out to him and the crew over there. And shout out to my boy C Hill too. That's another one. That man. I wouldn't know none of these dudes. None of them. None of them. Lakers suck. They do. Foul calls. If they ain't winning the foul calls and LeBron flopped so much, what the hell? What was that flop was all about? They wins and win against depleted teams, man. I've been watching the Lakers all season. But if I say so, and I don't, and this is one thing about me too, I'm not with that riffraff. Let me. What's the best way to paraphrase this? Um, I know. I know. What's his name? I know Kwame Brown. He said a get along game. That's not. That's not. That's that's just saying. I got a saying too. Let me. I'm trying to think. I know there's an old saying, it's like birds of a flock together, but there was one thing this OG told me the other day. It had me thinking. I'm like, you know what? You own to something right here. You know what I'm saying? Lakers suck, y'all. They just do. This season, you know what's crazy about the NBA? They got two teams in the East or the West that's having an historical season, but they want to start off first take and then they do a little short take. But I've been trying to tell y'all this forever how it is. Let's just look out this. Let's just look at things here. Remember when LeBron went to Miami? When he went to the Heat, what they talk about when they won a championship? Even the team, even Dallas, they talked about him, but then they went straight back to Miami. LeBron. That's all they've been doing. ESPN been doing this to themselves. You've been propping this man up. You ranked him number 7, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but the 7th best player in the NBA. You have Anthony Davis as 13. LeBron ain't better than Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, y'all. The Lake. I find it very interesting that when the Lakers was going through Anthony Davis, LeBron just can't let go. He can't let go. He can't let go. He cannot let go. He's like a spoiled kid. The NBA spoiled him. NBA definitely spoiled him. Anyway, let's get back to Miami though. When he was in Miami, when they was winning them championships, what they talk about, even when the Spurs beat them. Yeah, they talk about the Spurs for a little bit. I remember because I lived those days. I don't see how y'all could say this man is better than Mike or Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan, where this man don't play both sides of the basketball. New guys did, and they got more rings. You play to win the ring. You don't play to win stats. I don't care if he blow the stats overboard. Because eventually in life, he's going to have to eventually get that basketball back to Kareem. LeBron ain't squeaky clean. I don't, man, y'all dudes on TikTok and YouTube be messaging me all this. Y'all don't even let me know y'all on your panel because all y'all gonna do, like one of the homies said had a top 10 list and had LeBron ranked. I don't do and people that know me, I don't rank players. I just don't do that. Y'all say he's the best small forward. I don't think so. I've been saying this forever. And this is where this is when dudes was really trying to come at me. It was like, he's better than Larry Bird. I'll still take Larry Joe Bird over him. Are you serious? No. No. But let's get back to what I'm saying here, and then I'm gonna close it in what I'm trying to say. They've been doing this nonsense to teams that won championships and continue to talk about LeBron. You know the only time they didn't do that? When the Warriors went on a little and they had to. And they had to. Because they did build a dynasty. They did. They did build a dynasty. So they had to talk about them at that particular time. Now let's fast forward. Let's keep on going. Last time LeBron James played it was the bubble. People say it's a Mickey Mouse ring, whatever. You want to count it as a ring, fine, okay, whatever. He did not leave in every statistical category. Y'all Jay Reed fans always come at me. I don't even read my emails no more because emails has gotten belligerent. Y'all dudes are so disrespectful. Kiss the ring, kiss this, kiss that. What? Do you even consider yourself as a man? Do you even call yourself a king? But you want to think me, myself, I'm going to call a man king? No. I know who's the king of kings and the lords of lords is. It is definitely. Y'all praise and worship. I keep telling y'all. Y'all, I'm telling y'all day is coming. Cause y'all, that day is gonna come, and then I'm gonna be singing my song. I'm chasing after you, no matter what I'm going through. I need you more and more, more and more, more and more. I'm chasing after you, no matter what I'm going through. I need. That's how I'm going. I'm telling you, y'all day is coming. Keep on with that nonsense, man. This man plays no defense. How he's better than any of the ones that I seen growing up is and I've been saying this. He's not even the best player in his generation. It's Steph Curry. Yeah, I know Steph Curry. Yeah, he do have more defensive accolades. I will give him that. But that's when LeBron was actually trying to play defense allegedly. Cause to me, he ain't played defense since he left Miami. That's my personal opinion. Then the laziness start kicking in. Now now look at all the teams that won since then. Then you had the Milwaukee Bucks. They won a championship. They talked about it, and what they start talking about. The Lakers. Can we continue on? The Warriors. They won a championship. They talked about them for one day. And what they start talking about? Yeah, I know the money. I get this. Everybody always want to try to tell me it's this and that, but come on, man. I remember when the Lakers used to suck. I mean, used to suck. This is not Laker way. And people get mad and always want to put, and everybody always want to put Laker fans complaining about this and that. They are not Laker fans. They are LeBron James and his little minions that he has. And I keep telling y'all day is coming. Because little by little, stuff is, I've been trying to tell y'all, it's coming out bit by bit. Later on in his career, y'all want to talk about Magic Johnson and his little son, how he whatever. Y'all want to talk about Michael Jordan's son and how he's this and this and this and this and this and he ain't get his son in the league. Hey, he ain't the only player in the league that got he's not the only player that has sons in the league. He's not the only one player. You know what one player is beasting in college basketball right now? As a freshman, Peja Stojakovic's son. There are players that got sons that are cold. And they doing better numbers than what Bronny did. I'm not bashing LeBron, but this is my opinion and I've been standing on it. Y'all little minions need to stop messing with me, man. I don't even mess with y'all. I don't even talk to y'all. I don't even talk about the NBA no more. The Lakers suck. They are even worse with, okay, now D'Lo is gone. So who's the problem now? They blame Hachimura. He only took 5 shots last night, and he was 3 of 5. LeBron don't play no defense, none. The Lakers get more suit. Let's keep on counting the ways. They shoot more free throws than their opponent. The Lakers can't even rebound. They're in the bottom of the league in rebounds. Now who they gonna blame next? Then you got Stephen A. Smith sitting there talking about, oh, it's not JJ Redick's fault. Then whose fault is it? I don't see no sacrifices. I don't see no commitment. They talking about Janet Vanderbilt. They talking about all these other. Come on. Janet Vanderbilt ain't not going to move no needle. All the teams they've been beating has been depleted. And Austin Reeves, shout out to my boy Nick T. Austin Reeves, definitely. I like Austin Reeves. I respect his grind. But no, when I saw one game, he shot 12 out of 13 free throws. I'm just like, This dude's getting superstar calls. Man, the Lakers suck, y'all. I'm just for real. It's always been about LeBron. There's always been, and that's gonna be the detriment to the NBA. It's already showing. He ain't squeaky clean. He ain't nobody squeaky clean in life, bro. Ain't everybody talking about, oh, you wishing stuff upon. I ain't wishing nothing. I already know what he signed up for. I know. They had him as a youngster next to Jay Z, next to Puff. Christian Wood ain't gonna help no Lakers, man. They keep on talking about this and this and that. Oh, at age 40, he's doing this. But he's a fucking losing, bro. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that since LeBron has came to the Lakers, what the Lakers has looked like, it has been an epic failure. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. They always got to hype up Bronny James. He came in for a minute 36 seconds. Okay. All right, we get it. Just because this man do something, y'all want to give this man a pat on the back all the time. Stop. ESPN, that is your fault. Y'all want to sit there and Stephen A, you did say some real stuff, and then you said some shaky stuff, but it's y'all fault. Y'all the one that been it's y'all. Y'all don't even talk about the Cavaliers. You don't even talk about OKC. You definitely don't talk about no defending champions unless it's LeBron James. Tell me where I'm wrong at. Because somebody in the comments, even somebody that's a real JV fan, tell me, am I lying about that? I'm not. They don't care, bro. NBA is ruining themselves. Don't y'all know the NBA has dropped over 50% ever since Mike? Even when Kobe left, 2010. After that time, I know Kobe ended up retiring in 2016, but he was nowhere near that. Even then, the finals ratings then in 2010 beat was shatter anything that since then. I'm just saying, bro. If y'all JV fans can't see what the play is, y'all they gonna come shaking, rumbling down. I'm telling y'all, how y'all sit there and want to dog out everybody else, sons and all this, or he did this. LeBron ain't never did. LeBron ain't never did this. He ain't never cheated on his wife. I love when people always say that. I've been hearing that my whole entire life. The main people that don't think that's doing something got more things than a little bit. But that's them though. That's not me. I don't idolize, I don't worship these people. I don't talk about none of this stuff that's going on in this world. I don't care what's going on at Fox Sports because that don't run my life. That don't have me busting my mayonnaise over some napkins so dudes be commenting about George Taylor or whatever the girl other lady's name is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. That stuff been going on forever, no matter what work profession it is. It could be big. I seen women bang at the top in the industries of workers that I've been in, where I worked at. Started, boom. They see, oh, she's a manager. She's a what? Like how the hell? Everybody's like, how the hell is she a manager already? Hey, I don't care. The NBA suck, bro. They ratings suck. People rather watch college basketball, and I'm still watch college basketball. I know what's going on in the league. I watch everything still. I don't see how I get any sleep though, but still, I watch that. I do. I watch it. I watch the women get down too. I like how Angel Reese is in the lab. I see all these dudes be commenting and all this talking about, hey, M- hey, ESPN created a lot of things. They created that. I'm telling y'all. And I also find it very interesting. Let's just change up some things here. Let's go to the NFL. I've been watching that thing too. I've been, just to keep. Only reason why I watch it because my dad watch it. Only reason I start watching. I don't care if the 49ers didn't make it this year. I don't even care about that. But it's amazing to me how black coaches can't get more than 1 year. They fired Las Vegas coach. Mayo's gone. But these white coaches can stay forever. But y'all, hey, that's one thing LB always talk about. I tell y'all the same thing too. Black coaches don't have no standards in the NFL, man. They just don't. And people don't think racism plays a part. Well, you spoke for yourself. You don't watch 5 seconds of college basketball. Well, that's on you. And I'm just letting you know. I'm not gonna mention this person's name in the comments, but you don't watch it. You don't watch it. But then you want to, and then you might be one of them people that, and then when they get to a team, whoever your favorite team is, if they draft this player, you don't know nothing about him. But then at the same time, the NBA gonna be like this. Well, well, I haven't seen any rookies really come out and really show themselves as number one. It's a pecking order. It ain't like how it was when LeBron came in. LeBron was the one that I gave him some credit. They gave him the keys. They didn't get Kobe's in the keys. He had to earn it. He had players in front of him. You, you got players that earned it. LeBron came in, all wheels falling off. That's why he was able to get the record. And then they talk about him having a 30-point record. Who gives a care? Look how long it took him. How many 82 games LeBron played in his career? How many years LeBron led in assists? I could tell you that. I want somebody in the comments to let me know. LeBron is playing all these things and it's not no championship. People telling me he's still in his prime. If he's still in his prime, how come he ain't got no championships? Hello? That's why I don't respect that. I don't. Everybody know, even out of, and then the thing is, like, he's associated with my team, the Lakers. So then I'm just sit back and watch the reels fall off. That's why I laugh when Tiki be cooking them. It's funny because when I said it, y'all was, you not a real Laker fan. Kobe even said welcome him. Well, Kobe could have welcomed him, but then y'all still talk, and y'all and the people in the disrespect of these legends, man. Y'all people got to stop this nonsense, bro. Cause the day that y'all favorite player get exposed in front of the whole entire world, majority of y'all ain't gonna believe it. And y'all gonna be sitting there still defending. Nick T, I do agree with that. He passed his prime 6 years ago. I do agree with that. LeBron don't play no defense, y'all. That's why, I always said this about LeBron. He's a good player, but I don't put none of these players over the players that I've seen. No, 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 no. And they've been basically changing the rules from 2005 all the way until today's time. You can't have it both ways. No, Kobe. No, no. You got to put some substance into that, Mr. Jonathan Serino. I remember them time. Me and Kobe, we're the same age. My brother, yeah, my brother played basketball. Played back. My twin brother played basketball. Yeah, I grew up in that era. And Dale Harris was a coach that did not believe in playing young players. I There was rumors that he had a beef with Kobe Bryant, even allegedly his father, and I be knowing that a long time ago. Even when Kobe was not even playing, I knew why he was playing at that particular time. I knew that all the way back then. And you've got to put some other things into a perspective. Eddie Jones was solidified, went to Temple, played with Aaron McKee for the great Don Chaney, a black coach. They coached Temple Owls. That's why I watch college basketball. Some of the greatest players in NBA history played in college basketball. I watched them play in college basketball. I'd rather watch college basketball than the NBA. I'm just sorry, but I will give the Cavaliers they credit, but they got to show me in the playoffs too. They have to. They have to. They got to show it. They got to bring it. Don't You don't want to be one of them teams that's only good in regular season and then in the playoffs you just I seen too many teams like that in my lifetime. I did. This ain't no hate. I'm just saying everything that's fast information. You got to keep. If you wasn't, I don't know how old you is, but that's nowhere near true. Kobe had to earn that. He had to earn that. Plus, he had a coach that wasn't gonna let him play anyway. And then back then, Mister Jonathan Severino, whatever your last name is, I don't want to mispronounce your last name. You also got to think about too, youngsters back then, 18 and 19, 18-year-old wasn't playing back then. They wasn't playing much back then. They wasn't. It ain't like how it is now. You got some rookies should definitely get some playing time, but they on some teams that got made men already in the league, and that's real. But despite what you trying to say here is that he didn't get the key is actually wrong. And then another thing that you're wrong at, yeah, he didn't get the key, but he still wanted to you can either Magic or you can add Kobe. I get Kobe just an edge just a little bit. Magic saved the late Magic created Showtime. I always give Magic his respect. I just give Kobe a slight edge because when it was, you know, they didn't build around the Kobe Bryant majority of his career until when it got Paul Gasol. And Paul Gasol was already a made man. Yeah, yeah, he couldn't get out the first round, but Paul Gasol was a beast mode. Got Paul Gasol, and that was it. Lakers went, you know, went to three straight finals and then lost one. I don't see how anybody consider great if you ain't never three-peated. When you three-peat, you're all time great. And this narrative, the guys, y'all people continue to say that Kobe got carried by Shaq. Y'all just need to stop it. Don't y'all know? If you look at the stats and everything, see, this is one thing I don't understand about y'all. Y'all like stats when it's convenient for y'all, but then there's the stats right in front of y'all. Y'all move the goalposts so much. Living in those times, Shaq was 1A, Kobe 1A, 1B, whatever you want to be. They both was beasts. Coach, like a half a point less. That's not carrying. Y'all always say everybody else got carried. Y'all always say Pippen got carried by Mike and all. Yeah, just stop it. Just stop it. It's not. It's not. That's nowhere near carrying. Back then was real, bro. Them dudes used to stay 2 or 3 years in college. That's how you learn the game. You couldn't go like you couldn't be like in Europe where you can start professionally at a young age. In the United States is not like that. It wasn't like that back then. It wasn't. You couldn't just come in and just here, take us home. No, man, you have to earn that. That's what I love about 80s and 90s. I still watch that stuff from time to time. It was competitive. It wasn't jacking up 3 pointers. It could be a it could be a 301 fast break and everybody stand behind the 3 point line. Nobody get layups no more. And shout out to the players that really do use the mid range. Analytics ruined the game. It has. Got these stat geeks and all this. Oh, if you actually shoot the three, and then and that's why these lanes are so wide open. You and I always said this. If y'all really want to say how these boys really are, let them go. Let them play the old school rules. Yeah, okay, hand check, okay, and all that. Let me see you guard your man on the same end too, but that's what it was back then. You guard me you had to guard me. You might get me on this end, but guess what? You have to guard me on the other end. That's what it was. It wasn't no excuses. It wasn't no sitting out games, doing sabbaticals, gone for a week, and he come back all rejuvenated. We'll see how long this gonna last. But the Lakers ain't going nowhere. The Lakers ain't going nowhere. It's the same story every time. Excuses. Yeah, because we already know ESPN. You already know Stephen A. said at his own fate on. He still got the same hairline since, quite frankly, you already heard what he said today. It's not JJ Reddick's fault, but y'all don't keep that same energy when it was when it was Darvin Ham. Matter of fact, let's go. While I'm here, um, let's check out something here. Let's go to the NBA right quick. We already know these are tonight's games: Washington, Philly, Chicago, Indiana, OKC, Cleveland. That's gonna be the game. Detroit and Brooklyn. And shout out to Detroit too. I got to give a shout out there all of the homies that's out there in Michigan too, man. Hey, I'm happy for Detroit. Detroit is 18 and 18. Who would thought that the Detroit would be 18 and 18 this year? I didn't see that coming, but they progressing the right way. You know, hey, because that's one thing I always said. Look at OKC. Everybody laughed. Yeah, they got and laughed at them because they got all these picks, and that's how basketball used to be. You draft it. Look what matter of fact, Golden State give you a prime example. They drafted Clay, they drafted Steph, and they got Draymond. And look what happened. Keep these players together. I remember when they were saying that Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum should. I remember dudes used to argue all the time. Man, they can't win no championship together. Why break it up? Because that's what they so used to seeing in this era. That's all you do. That's why you don't get consistency with these teams because they don't draft. They don't keep the players that they just don't. It's a copycat league. Now everybody try to beat Boston now. A lot of people could say the Warriors. You might as well say the Warriors initiated this. Now everybody mimicking them. Then Jokic got a championship. Giannis got a championship. But I don't disrespect these players at all. I just not. Only thing about Jokic, I just wish he could just play more on the defensive end like he can offensively. Offensively, you're a monster, but defensively, you if he ever gets that, then he could get way more respect from me. But but other than that, he is Embiid. We don't know which Embiid gonna be. You know what I mean? Philly looks horrible. Uh, Here's the standings right now currently. Cleveland is 31-4. The champions, the Boston Celtics, they're 27-10. I like this Knicks team that they got. Now we already know injuries always play a part, but this is one thing that I see in this era. Oh, if this person that got injured, they would have won. Dude, you can say that about any year. I never forget this when I was growing up with Magic Johnson and Byron Scott. Both was hurt. I think Byron Scott had an ACL injury, and Magic, I think Magic had tendonitis in his knees or something like that, if I remember. And they played the Detroit Pistons in the NBA Finals, and Detroit was able to win at what their first championship. Stay what we did when I was growing up. We gave them props. They won. They beat it. Yeah, the only thing they had was James Worthy. I remember that, but they won. And you always want to say this person is this and this if it's a fifth, but it just didn't happen. Y'all people want us. This is one thing I don't understand. Y'all want real contact people, like creators, like real people that really know knowledge and understanding, know the game and everything like that. Y'all want us to respect y'all so much for what they doing, and then you take a hop and weave on somebody else just to make your player look good. I always say this: when you got to tear a person down just to get make your player look good, you don't lost the argument. You just lost your argument. Because I always say this to all the great ones always have two things. They have the championships. That I'm talking about in the NBA, they have the championships, they have the rings, and also that they have is what, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all think about that for a second. But shout out to everybody, man. Because hey, we just gotta, y'all want us to respect y'all era so bad, bro. Y'all want us to bow down to these dudes so bad, and then people older that's older that's seen it all. I'm not one of them older people that hopping on a new thing, trending, and be like, this is tight. I want to go do this, and yeah, man, be disrespecting everybody just so I could just be a part of the. Nah, I'm standing 10 toes down, bro. I'm standing 10 toes down always, man. I don't care what nobody say. I'll continue to speak the truth, man. You don't like it, so what? I don't kiss nobody behind. But I find it very interesting that the NBA, y'all did it to the self. You give a little segment about OKC, and that's it. That's it. You gave a lot of instances with LeBron James, and then you got Molly all in her feelings. You got Molly all in her feelings. Y'all did not stick with the question. The questions was, how do you rate the duck? Who gives a care? They lost. They lost. Another thing that another great ones that I know that I watched growing up the game, they got the rings. That's number one. Number two is what? What y'all think it is? I can tell y'all right now, Ashley's 2 and 3. First team all NBA, and how many defensive accolades you have. Them three right there, that's how it used to be when I was growing. That's how we used to judge players. You got and we knew back then though too, there was a lot of great defensive players back then that did not even get a chance to make a defensive team, but they still got their respect. Y'all want it both ways, but y'all can't have it both ways. It ain't gonna happen over here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, let's get back to the standings. Um, the Knicks is 24-13. The Magic is 22-16. The Bucks are 18-16. The Miami Heat 18-17. That was a crazy buzzer beater by Trey Young. The Hawks are 19-18. The Pacers, they are 19-18. The Pistons are 18-18. The Bulls are 17-19. The Sixers are 14-20. The Brooklyn Nets are 13-23. The Hornets are 8-27. The Raptors are 8-28, and the Wizards are 6-28. Now let's go to the West. Um, Oklahoma is 30-5. The Rockets are the 2 seed as of today. They 24-12. The Memphis Grizzlies without Ja Morant still, and oh yeah, I forgot to give the last 10 games. I'm gonna start doing that. The last 10 games, the Cavaliers are 10-0. The last 10 games, the Celtics are 6-4. The last 10 games, the Knicks are 7-3. The last 10 games, the Magic are 5-5. The Magic are 5-5. The Miami Heat is 5-5. The Hawks are 5-5 in the last 10 games. The Pacers are 7-3. The Pistons are 8-2 on the last 10 games, and the Bulls are 6-4. And what a dump by White. I watched that game too because hey, my boy got Wimby, man. Hey, it's gonna happen, man. When you in that paint like that and you 7 for 5. But I like what he said though. He was just like, "What was that all the aggression?" And he was just like, "Man, I was just caught up in the moment, man. The fans, that's how it be. When you get caught up in that moment, man." And he said, "That's not even me for real." But hey, but shout out, but he been playing real good basketball too. So, and he's a North Carolina. But then again, to the person that says in the comment section that he don't watch no lick of college basketball, but that's how I know all these players because I watched them play college basketball. Same way I watched Ray Allen. I used to watch Allen Iverson. I used to watch Glenn Robinson, Tim Thomas when he was at Villanova, Gary Kittles, Villanova. My boy Randolph Childress, Wake Forest. I remember Chris Paul when he was in college. I remember Shaq was in college. I remember when Chris Jackson, aka Mahmoud Wadu Rauf, I remember him when he was in college. And the list, I remember the Fab Five. That was my era. I grew up watching college basketball. To the people that don't watch college basketball, I don't know why what y'all ain't seeing. But then when it comes to a player that comes to your team, you don't know nothing about. You start trashing the player. You don't even do your due diligence. Anyway, let's go to the West. The Thunder are 10-0 the last 10 games. The Rockets are 7-3 the last 10 games. The Memphis Grizzlies are 6-4 the last 10 games. The Denver Nuggets are 6-4 the last 10 games. The Mavericks are 4-6. Granted, Kyrie and what you call it and Luka has been out. But I'm gonna say something after I finish this. The Lakers are 6-4 the last 10 games. The Clippers are 6-4. Kawhi is back. Um, Minnesota are 5-5. The last 10 games. The Spurs are 5-5. The last 10 games. The Warriors are 4-6. The last 10 games. The Kings are 5-5. The last 10 games. The Phoenix Suns are 2-8. The last 10 games. The Portland Trail Blazers are 4-6. The last 10 games. Utah Jazz are 4-6 the last 10 games, and the Pelicans are 2-8, even though Zion came back. And whatever. Okay, let me finish with this. All right, the Clippers. All right, then I was no okay. I'll stop at Memphis are 24-13. The Nuggets are 4. They're 20-15. The Mavericks are 21-16. They're 5. The Lakers are 20-16. The Clippers are 20-16. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 19-7. The San Antonio Spurs, they are 9. They're 18-18. The Warriors are 10. So 7 through 10 right now. But if you're looking at it, yeah, that's why I say the Lakers record are so misleading because majority of their wins to me came. Yeah, you might as well say majority of wins came against bad teams. They didn't have their team. It's just actual facts. It's not hate. You got the Kings. They're 18-19. Suns are 16-19. Portland Trailblazers are 12-23. Utah Jazz are 9-26, and the Pelicans are 7-30. Okay, now, I know they fired Mike Brown and Doug Christie is taking over. I felt it gets back to my argument, and not to my argument. It gets back to what I was saying earlier that black coaches don't get leeway. They just don't. Quinn Snyder's with the Hawks right now. You saw what he did with the Jazz. Yeah, they say he's a good coach and everything like that, whatever, whatever. But how come the Hawks is always around hovering around the same record like it has been ever since the Hawks had got to the conference finals? What has the Hawks have done? Yeah, Trey Young, he's nice, but he's very inefficient. Very. One thing I will say about him, he do pass his teammate. He does get a lot of assists. He should be leading the league. I don't get into the stats. Haven't looked in the stats in a while. I normally wait until All Star break start breaking everything down. But salute to everybody, man. Salute Vaughn. I see you. What's up, Sean? Yeah, Trey is inconsistent. Man, he's a good player, but he's very inconsistent, though. You got to be consistent. And one thing I see in this era is that you got a lot of players that are incomplete. When I say they're incomplete, they're inconsistent. You're supposed to by now. That's why that's why people are talking about what God has a peak, all these peaks and stuff. I never heard that stuff. That's some new revolution, evolution kind of stuff. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying. Like that's why I understand people that don't understand. Like, oh, you watch college basketball? Yeah, I remember Mark Jackson, who got fired just because he believes he's in the most high. Gone. I remember watching him as a kid. St. John's. I remember Rod Strickland. I remember Mitch Richmond. But Mitch Richmond went to Kansas State, brought his whole JUCO team, and made a run. Made a run for the ages. Michael Beasley, K State. Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper. I just remember watching all these players, man. The Big East used to be the Big East back in the day, boy. It used to be a slaughter. Georgetown, Alonzo Mourning. Rest in peace to Kembe Mutombo. Oh, rest in peace to Tractor Trailer, Michigan. I remember Lewis Bullet. Sweet Lou, they used to call him. Sweet Lou. Lewis Bullet. And all these players went to college, man. You got some players that was able, and then they shut the lockdown thing down. They for players to come out at 18. I think was it the year that LeBron or was the year that LeBron went in, or was it the next or was it the next following season? Um, yeah, Pearl Washington, or yeah, Syracuse. I remember Billy Owens, Ron Cycli. Come on, man. Sherman Douglas. Come on, man. I could just go on. Remember Providence with Eric Murdoch. Man, come on, man. And don't forget about my boy Dana Barrows from Boston College. Man, plus I remember Harold Miner. They was calling him Baby Jordan. All that stuff, man. Paul Pierce when he was at Kansas. And I'm just remember watching. That's how you learn. That's how we see these players grow. I just didn't see these players grow just in the NBA. And some of these players I even follow watching them in high school. Now it's so much easier now. That's when the Big East was the Big East. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, like man, I remember AI. I remember Othello Harrington. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we could just do this all day. Even Duke, Grant Hill. I couldn't stand him. Danny Ferry, Kristen Leitner, Bobby Hurley, even JJ Reddick. I ain't see Reddick, but he did get a championship. I never looked at him as as that dude, but like but he was a good shooter in college. I can't take that away. He was good in college. I can't take that away from him. I could do this all day and name all these teams and just tell you players that I watch. I've seen father sons play. Watch the father play now, watching the son play. Yeah, I've seen all that stuff, and I'm gonna continue to do that, man, because you gotta know. You gotta know who's out there. It ain't just LeBron James. It ain't just LeBron James and his son and he's like he ain't the only NBA player that got product out there. Boozer twins, the Boozer boys. I forgot to even mention them. They coming. They're gonna be in college. And guess where they going to college? Yeah, I understand. I understand players that you know what I mean. That you want to pay the way you want to go in. I don't know. Will we ever see that again? Who knows? Let players come in from high school, and who knows? But to other players that they feel like they don't have to and go other avenues to get to the league. Hey, I respect that too because college ain't for everybody. You got some people feel like they should do what they want to do to achieve their dreams, man. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Okay. I was waiting around seeing if anybody gonna hop in, man. I'm just gonna drop the link. None of the homies that one of the homies hit me up into some right now. So um, I'm just gonna drop the link. If I want to come in, we could chop it up. You know, but yeah, that other stuff, it's not happening. You know. But shout out to my rest in peace to my boy LB, man. Yeah, but I would just want other people to come in. I was waiting on everybody else to come in, but those people busy and everything like that. I get that. You know what I mean? I don't want to end the stream. They be like, man, why you in the stream? I'm just about to come in. And you ain't hear what I'm hearing, then I don't know what to say. After that, just catch me. You just catch me at another time. But make sure y'all continue to hit that like button, man. Y'all want to donate to the podcast, pin in the chat. I pay for this myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I feel like I shouldn't be paying it because I don't come on here enough. But then again, I got a life too. You know what I'm saying? I got to take care of me because YouTube, I just do this for fun. They don't come around and don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, Akeem, man? Hey, man, yeah, man. Hey, salute to you, bro. Yep. Georgia's on my mind. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But man, yeah, LB, man, that was my boy, man. Yeah, we lost a good one, but then I always respected LB because he did his due diligence. When you was military like him, and then I'm not saying nothing personal that we talk about or anything like that, but sure, you saw what people that follow LB, they knew what he stood for. He didn't care who you are. He was coming after you. You know what I'm saying? Right is wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? He used to crap me up. He used to say, you little dicklet. Oh, man. LB was funny, man. He was real, though, man. LB, man, he was a real dude, man. Then, hey, you couldn't come around there talking that nonsense around here, man. Short fuse, man, coming at and bring out the facts. And then that's one thing I don't understand about some people in the generation. Y'all see facts, but this was one thing the old folks used to tell us back in the day when I was growing up. You can't save everybody. Boy, you try to save everybody, boy, you be killing yourself. And he talked about everything, talk about the politicians. He used to talk about everybody. You was crooked, everything like that, whatever. He had the factual information for you to present himself. And And LB taught me a lot this too, man, because LB used to be like, man, bro. He said, man, you see how many subscribers I got, bro? I was like, yeah. You see how many people in my chat room? I was like, yeah. So I don't care. He's like, as long as the people's in there listening, you said YouTube gonna do whatever it's gonna do. He said they doing that to you. He said you've been. I remember the last conversation he said that, man, you've been. We was talking behind the scenes like, man, you've been on a 1K and 45 for like the last 3 years now, and his laugh was funny as hell too. Everybody talk, I got a laugh, but yeah, LB, man, man, that was my boy, man, like for real, man. Well, I'm gonna continue. I remember he was gonna have a cooking channel. He was gonna do this, and he had some things that he was setting up, but there's a saying that I used to hear when I was growing up: "The good die young." You know what I mean? And there's a lot of great people that we lost over the years, man. Man, now, as I'm looking at this list right now in the NBA, uh, uh, it's too early to say like what's going to happen and all that. But for Oklahoma City, everybody thought that was going to be a one-trick pony. When you keep a team like this together, something's going to profit. Something's going to benefit from it. You know, because that's what teams did back in the day. They you draft the team that's in your personnel, but now drafting players now is nowhere different. It's different because if you in college and you stay 4 years, you proven to play than a player that played 1 year. That's just my honest opinion. Unless you were just a straight dog, and I'm not on that hype machine. You know what I'm saying? I think Cooper Flag is good, but I think there's other freshmen up there with him that can argue with. I don't know. Some people are saying they're not in the same tier or whatever like that, whatever. But hey, I ain't got to tear a player down. Is he good? Yeah, but I just need to see more of him. But then at the same time, there are players that my people didn't think that could be something. Look at Stephon Castle, for instance. That's a great example. Was the player of the year in Georgia. Played at UConn. Nobody didn't think he could do what he's doing right now with the Spurs. They didn't. Because you didn't see that out of him in college because he didn't handle the ball. But that let me know that he played point guard before. You could just tell. Like players like that, yeah, they could get an opportunity. But shouts out to the players that's not having that opportunity. Keep your heads up high though. Because we already know a lot of NBA teams, they mess up. They give up on players too soon. And then a lot of fans get mad when a player goes to another team and then they blossom and they end up being great. Oh yeah, they don't like that. It just comes with the territory. But the NBA don't talk about the NBA. They don't talk about the rookies. They don't talk about nobody but Jay Reeve. And every once in a while they talk about KD and they talk about the four horsemen. They don't even talk about Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. I think the Clippers are a good team this year. I just hope Kawhi stay on the court. I don't judge him. And this nothing about me. I ain't never done. I don't tear down players. You know what I'm saying? I just tear down the truth. You know what I'm saying? If this man is so much, this Jay Reed is so much is in his peak. How come he ain't winning no championships, man? Because somebody asked me that question. If he's so much is in his peak, how come he is not winning championships? I'm still waiting on an answer for that. If he's so much in his peak, he's still in his prime. That's what all these people be telling me all the time. Oh, he's still in his prime. How come he ain't winning no championships in his prime? Then there's always the excuses after that. He ain't got no team. He ain't got this. He ain't got this. He ain't got that. He's the only player in the NBA that I see. You know what? ESPN, you blame. You know what? I never forget this. I remember when Dwayne Wade was in Miami. And this was after he got his first championship. And they was losing. I remember Stephen A. Smith that this man needs some help. I remember all of that like it was yesterday. And guess what happened that summer? He got help. ESPN ESPN basically had a pre-ceremony NBA championship thing for him, and it stayed on all day long. It did. Y'all can't say I'm lying about it because you was living in those times. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They praised it. They praised everything. They praised all this nonsense, and then tear down other players to build them. I just ESPN used to stand for something. They don't stand for nothing. I don't even listen at Fox Sports unless it's they college basketball personnel. If they ain't the college basketball crew, I don't listen to none of them people, man. And I do listen to college football though too. But as far as the NBA, nah. As far as they show, nah. I just watch first take. I just hear the snippets and bites, just in case somebody won't come at me with some nonsense. Oh, and he passed this, he passed this, he passed Mike. How long this man gonna play just to play Mike? And he's still chasing the ghost? The man don't even own the real number 23. I don't know, man. Yeah, he's chasing some ghosts, all right. This should be about the season about OKC. It should be about a season. They should be having their storylines ready for Cleveland. But let me tell you something. If there was LeBron James in Cleveland, they was what you think would happen, y'all? Hmm? What do you think would happen? You don't think they will talk about them? Hmm? Only why they did it for the Warriors because they was doing a historical thing, and to me, they're not the best team in NBA history. Yeah, you had the best record in NBA history, but you didn't win the chip. The Bulls, to me, still is the better team because they actually won the championship, having the best record. One thing about this era too, they like to they get too many consolation prizes. Like they hyping up a dunk on first tape, and they got their behinds kicked. No, no, I just don't know, y'all. Like I don't get it, y'all. And they wonder why their ratings gonna go down, and they wonder why. And this ain't no hate. This ain't no hate. This ain't none. This that's the truth, y'all. Real truth, man. I don't get it. Like my dad used to tell me, son, I don't get it. I don't get it either, pops. Like I don't. Y'all want me to sit and praise this man every time this man do something, but the Lakers ain't winning no championship. They're not even a top two, not one, not two, not three, not four. They've been where they've been ever since LeBron been with the Lakers at the very bottom, a playing team at the most. That's all they've been. Anyway, that's enough about the NBA. Let's get into some college basketball talk. I'm gonna start with the ladies. The best backcourt in women's college basketball is not even a discussion with me. It's Notre Dame girls. Like what they. I said it last year. I said it last year. Um, that when they get a girl back, when they get Brianna back, that was the only thing that was missing from their team last year. They basically had 2 point guards. And Citron is a beast, and she's a shooter. But guess what she likes to do, y'all? Ha 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 ha! She likes to play defense. She guards the team's best defender all game. And while she's doing that, running around screens. I like the Notre Dame squad though. Let me go to the standing. Let me go to the scores thing right here. I gotta give the ladies some props because I know I don't come on here like that. I'm getting to men in a second, but this is my lane. NBA is my lane too. But I told people I'm very versatile with this. We can talk about tennis. I watch tennis though too. That's one of my that's one thing my dad had us watching. Tennis, basketball. Of course, I know about football and all that stuff too. But now football's a whole different animal as far as discussion wise. But you got to be ready with the big dog when it comes to the football. But definitely old school and now that's why I'm watching it now just to see how everything's going to rival themselves. But anyway, let's get to the ladies. Tonight's games is number 11 TCU. They TCU is a good team this year too. I like them. Haley Van Lith is there. She went there, and then Michigan and Ohio State ladies play tonight. Um, that's gonna be a good game. You got number 17 West Virginia against Texas Tech. UConn they play Xavier. I just hope Page is able. But the game of the night though to me is gonna be number 4 USC. They play Maryland tonight. Maryland's undefeated on the season, and Maryland been knocking on that door for a while, having great teams the last 4 or 5 years. And I just like college basketball because it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Yeah, you got some teams that that's going to hit a hit a loser skid, might lose two or three, 4 or 5 in a row. But you always want to play your best basketball towards the end of the year. I ain't never seen a team that played bad in basketball, played ball, lost in the conference tournament, and end up winning the championship. Like if you come in with a losing streak like that, 9 out of 10, whatever your habits was in that regular in during that season, because we in week 9 in college basketball already. We in week 9. Um, then you got K State and Utah, but I do like that USC team too. I do like that team. Juju and them girls, they that's why I say it's not a race. That's why I like each week you get better. And like I said, I know people was coming at me, oh, Kansas lost to West Virginia. They're like, hey, that's the first time they lost to West Virginia at home. But people that know that watch college basketball, West Virginia always, absolutely, always play Kansas stuff. Even going back to the war. Yeah, West Virginia always played Kansas stuff. Always. They beat them last year in West Virginia, and then eventually Kansas got they get back, which was a close game in the fall last year. But West Virginia, yeah, they didn't do it without their best player though too. But then Kansas had a good comeback and they beat the hell out of UCF because last year they lost to University of Central Florida. But we're gonna get to the men in 1 second. But let me look at the rankings right quick for the ladies, right quick. I do like Tennessee girls this year. Shout out to my boy Ron John. I know that's his squad. South Carolina, they back at number 2. Then you got Notre Dame at number 3. Then you got UCLA. Now then you got Texas. They're good, and a lot of people get LSU. They still undefeated too. I like they squad too because they got Williams and I forgot that girl's name. Oh man, she got the eyelash. No eyelashes be killing me, man. But yeah, they got her too. Hold on, bro. I see you, bro. What's good, bro? What's
What's
good, Trey?
going on with it?
Oh no, hold on, bro. I'm just about to finish this. Hold on. Let me just finish this women thing. Okay, then you got TCU, then you got Kansas State, they're 15-1. Georgia Tech, they're undefeated, they're 13-0. Then you got Duke, they're 12-3. Kentucky, they're 13-1. Tennessee is 13-1. West Virginia is 12-2. Alabama women is 15-1. They're 18. North Carolina, they 13-3. Michigan State ladies are 12-2. NC State is 11-3. Utah is 12-2. Iowa is 12-3. California's 14-2, and you got Michigan. What's up, bro? I'll get to the men later. What's up, bro? Salute to you, bro. Tops. We got. But anyway, till you come back, um, let's go to the men. I will be doing the Kansas game against Arizona. Arizona State tonight. They be playing that game in the fall. I will be doing that game tonight. But far as the men, I think the best team currently that I've seen so far this year has been the Auburn Tigers. Auburn is they loaded. Um, they they're the team to me separated has no weaknesses, but there are some other teams that could challenge them as well, in my opinion. That's just as loaded, but they just ain't find a niche yet to it's like I said, it ain't how you start. And shout out to the SEC. They do got more teams. And there it was been the Big 12 for a while, for some years now. But I just want to see how progress to Kenny leading up to this like how it was in the Big 12. Yeah, they on a very historical trajectory. They had a great non-conference schedule. Yeah, but at the same time, it's ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Florida Florida Gators, they look legit. They beat Tennessee by a record margin by 30 last night, and in my honest opinion, Florida, they wanted it last night because they let Kentucky off the hook. They had Kentucky right where they want them, but I felt like they played with their food and they came back home and just took care of business. Um, they do play at Arkansas Saturday, so Arkansas is back now ranked again. All right, let's go to why is it up? Okay. And the games for the men, you got number 9 UConn against Villanova. Alabama's another good squad though too. I could feel like that could win it all. UConn, I'm never gonna discount them because they are the 2-time defending champions. That's just out of respect. But they do got a nice squad. They has been playing better basketball. McNeely, they freshman is out, but I don't know how long he's gonna be out. But McNeely is then you got Ole Miss 23. They play Arkansas tonight. That's at 4 o'clock. That's gonna be the first game. The second game is gonna be Arizona State against Kansas. Kansas is 10-3 on the year. Ole Miss is 12-2 on the year. UConn is 12-3. Villanova is 10-5. Alabama plays South Carolina. They are 10-4. Arkansas is 11-3. 0-1 in SEC. Then you got Texas A&M. They're 12-2, 1-0 in the SEC against Oklahoma, who's 13-1, who lost their first game last week. Then you got Arizona State is 10-3, 1-1. Kansas is 10-3, 1-1. Penn State, Illinois, that's another squad nobody ain't talking about. They got great guard play. They ain't got no weaknesses on their squad either. I like that Illinois squad. They got a great freshman there too, and then they got the transfer also from Arizona who came back home to play though too. He's really helping out their squad a lot too. Then you got a Gonzaga play San Diego, number 18 against San Diego was 4-12, 1-2 in the West Coast Conference. But player of the year, they had to make a player of the year. They got to go to Broom from Auburn. Like he's playing and I see him. That's one thing I like about college. You see players get better, get better each and every year, and he has definitely got better. Now he can shoot the free ball. Now he always can score in the post. He can also rebound, but this is the first year out of his career that he actually is playing center. I think center. No, he's center or he a power forward. No, I think the first time that he's playing power forward. But hey, Auburn, Bruce Pearl got them boys ready right now. If the tournament start right now, I think, but it ain't how you start. But we at the basically halfway point right now in college basketball. So we about to see what it really is. I do like their squad moving forward. I think they could play with anybody. SEC schools, and I ain't just spreading all these other conferences too, like the Big 12. Iowa State is playing great. Matter of fact, Iowa State. Let me go to the rankings here. I think the team to beat in the Big 12 is probably Houston. Iowa State it would be my second guess right now. Then I have Kansas right in there too. But Kansas, one thing I know is about hold on, let me just finish this. Tennessee, they just lost. So Auburn is 13-1. If they don't lose this week, they're gonna be number one. If Iowa State don't lose this week, they're gonna move up. They're 12-1. Duke is 12-2. They won 9 straight. Alabama's 12-2. Kentucky lost to Georgia last night. They're 12-2. Now it's 12-3 now. Marquette is 13-2. Florida, who beat Tennessee by 30 last night, they 14-1. UConn is 12-3. Then you got A&L, they number 10 at 12-2. Kansas is 11. Then you got Houston at 10-3. Then you got Illinois at 11-3. You got Mississippi State at 13-1. The Oregon Ducks, they're 13-2. Michigan State Spartans, they're 12-2. Oklahoma is 13-1. Gonzaga is 12-4. Memphis is 12-3. Purdue, they're 20. They're 11-4. West Virginia, they're 11-2. UCLA, 11-3. Actually, 11-4. They got beat last night by Michigan last night, and Michigan are 12-3 because they won last night. And then you got Utah State at 14-1. But it's gonna be a long journey, man, to the end, man. It's gonna be a long time. Yeah, I like I'm old school, man. Rick Pitino still got videos on YouTube doing dribbling drills. I think he's one of the best underrated coaches that don't get his that don't get nowhere near the respect like he's supposed to. And it's not even close to me. And the facts can actually back that up. I could back it up with facts too. But yeah, yeah, y'all. But I'm just gonna keep it on moving, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Uh, I'm gonna chill out for a minute, man, and then I get ready for y'all tonight at 6 o'clock West Coast time. I'll be doing number 11 Kansas against Arizona State. Y'all be safe out there, man. And if you have any animosity against anybody, man, y'all need to unhash that stuff, man. Like for real, cause life's too short, man. You'll never know when it's your time to leave, man. Like for real, man. Like you just don't know, man. But but for future, what I'm gonna be doing on my show, yeah, I'm just gonna end out with the LB salute, man. Salute to my boy LB, rest in power, man. And how he used to say, just mimicking him. Scream at me, I'm out. All right. Peace, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later, man.